As tensions mount in, what Indians love to call sadda or aapro or aamchi, London. That's three ways of saying our London in what the Brits would have once called three dialects of the natives. Now, what's happening in London about the will Britain do it, will Britain won't do it, will it get out of EU, will Brexit happen? Now, in all of this, how does India react to all that's going on?
Not a good start, Morris.
Order. The ayes to the right, 328. The noes to the left, 301. So the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
I don't want an election, but if MPs vote tomorrow to stop negotiations and to compel another pointless delay to Brexit, potentially for years, then that would be the only way to resolve this.
He wants to table a motion for a general election. Fine, get the bill through first in order to take no deal off the table.
Order. Point order.
Now, first things first, we are now the bigger brother of our erstwhile colonial rulers. Where Britain is losing ground, India is gaining. While the UK's population is aging, India's youth bulge will help make it the world's most populous country by, 2024, 25, 26, somewhere around that time. And while the UK's economy in 2017, it was the world's 9th biggest, and that's measured at purchasing power parity, PPP. Now that will fall to the 10th place by 2050. India's is expected to climb from 3rd to 2nd, and that's all according to IMF. No wonder London sees India as a key part of the post-Brexit solution to its looming demographic and economic trouble. One Commonwealth report found that Brexit would provide a fresh opportunity for India-UK trade, giving the UK more flexibility in negotiating a free trade agreement once its formal departure from the EU is complete. Here comes in the Commonwealth. Has it now become a potential opportunity from once being a pariah? Now remember, even Nehru, who was instrumental in securing independent India's membership in the Association of these former British protectorates in 1949, he, remember, vehemently opposed it at first. Under no conceivable circumstances is India going to remain in the British Commonwealth. Nehru had said that in April 1947, with the Raj at that time refusing to grant India even a dominion status. Of course, by the time independence was won, and that was fully and swiftly about 2 years later, Nehru had changed his mind. He believed the ready-made network of kindred nations would boost India's security and economic prospects. Though, of course, he remained adamant that Indians would never answer to the monarch. Now, since the demise of the British Empire, the Commonwealth has managed to persist despite its waning usefulness. With 53 members, it remains the world's third largest international association after the United Nations and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Yet many, and this includes several Brits, consider this very far-flung group, almost an arcane artifact, a sort of obsolete collection from the empire days, devoid of any real economic or strategic benefit. The Guardian called the biannual meeting of member nations they called it the zombie summit. It was a gathering of whimsy that refuses to die. So that's the language they used. Others, of course, refer to it simply as the British Empire 2.0. Indians who never really bought into the concept despite Nehru's enthusiasm have been especially indifferent. Remember, between 2010 and 2018, no Indian Prime Minister bothered to attend a Commonwealth meeting until, of course, Prime Minister Modi acquiesced to London's insistent overtures, which of course included a letter from Queen Elizabeth and a personal visit from Prince Charles. You know, I think India has nothing to lose by stepping up its engagement in the Commonwealth. Of course, it affords Delhi diplomatic contact with smaller nations it might not otherwise connect with, and is one of the few places where Beijing can't interfere. The Commonwealth actually gives us a chance to talk to fellow Asian countries without China being in the room, and this is a fairly famous quote. At the very least, it provides another global forum for showcasing our strengths. Already, Indians comprise more than half the Commonwealth, more than half. The total population of Commonwealth is 2.4 and we are more than half. A 2018 report credited India with driving increased intra-Commonwealth trade and investment, which is predicted would exceed $700 billion by 2020. And with calls mounting for Britain to appoint an outsider to succeed Prince Charles as head of the Commonwealth in 2020, India is an obvious choice to fill that role. Now, to move ahead, India can encourage, entice, deliberate, and be patient with the UK, but it mustn't back down. There should be no trade deal without visa liberalization. That should be our demand. India, of course, should be happy to lend Britain a hand just as long as they do the same for us. और अगर यही विचार जो मैंने अभी आपके सामने रखे अंग्रेजी में आप हिंदी में सुनना चाहते हैं तो आप हमारी हिंदी क्विंट की यूट्यूब चैनल पे जाइए और यही वीडियो आपको हिंदी में भी मिलेगा. एंड ऑफ कोर्स यू मस्ट नॉट फॉरगेट टू लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल राइट नाउ.